Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, the AFC North takes center stage as the Pittsburgh Steelers battle the Cincinnati Bengals. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Steelers and Bengals, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Looking for the ultimate game night? Chumba Casino brings all the fun and excitement of a night out straight to your screen whenever you want it. Play hundreds of thrilling games instantly. No downloads, no delays. Just launch from your browser and dive right in. From spinning slots and playing blackjack to instant scratch-tile cards or joining live social tables, there's always something new to explore. Signing up takes just seconds and you'll unlock a free welcome bonus plus daily login bonuses to keep the fun going every time you play. Play for pure entertainment or for a chance to score some serious prizes anytime, anywhere. And here's the best part. No purchase required to join or play. So what are you waiting for? Make tonight one to remember. Head to ChumbaCasino.com and bring the fun home. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Now tuned into the greatest.
So when that bag come, I won't fumble. I'm just stacking on the low, but hey, I'm tired of being humble. Let me get to it. That motivation music. Get control of your life. Don't let nobody else do it. Cause when I gon' have Metro S550s cruising. Feel like you winning on the ground.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. All the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. Now, I appreciate you tuning in to the first interactive sports podcast, a community that makes sure your voice is heard. So if you hear something you agree with, you disagree with, you like or you dislike, go ahead, hit us up on the voicemail line, 219-413-9405. And of course, we will play your take back on our next episode. And then shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this episode. Get $20 off your first ticket purchase when you use the promo code The Run Podcast. Now, this code can only be applied for first-time users on the mobile app or website. So I don't know about you, but you better go catch some of these games, concerts, or something that's going on because I know tonight for Monday Night Football, man, we caught a banger, boy. I tell you, my Falcons, we beat the Bills. Thank God we beat the Bills. Oh my gosh. And I know there's a lot of people who kind of left some voicemails on this too. So we definitely will break those down later on in the show just to give a heads up. But first off, man, I gotta acknowledge some of the thoughts that's been stuck on my brain regarding this game against the Buffalo Bills and regarding this win against the Buffalo Bills, because honestly, man, so I'm so happy the Falcons won. We won 24-14. It was kind of a close game, even though the score only reflects a 10 points difference, but it was kind of a one possession game all throughout the game. It was started off as a shootout, just offense going at it with each other. Falcons had a tremendous start to the game out the gate. Love to see that. But above all, man, this win was so reassuring. It was refreshing. It really just let me know that, okay, this team is headed in the right direction. We're developing in the right direction. Our offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson, is developing in the right direction. The defense looks amazing as well. So let's just break some of this stuff down. First and foremost, man, I have to give shout outs to the Atlanta Falcons defense. Oh my gosh. Y'all thought I was playing. I don't know why. I tried to tell a lot of people about the Atlanta Falcons defense. I literally tried to tell you that the defense with the Atlanta Falcons is solid, from the pass rush to the secondary and the linebackers. This unit is complete, and they are elite. We held Josh Allen to only 14 points. We sacked him 4 times, and we forced 2 interceptions. But the thing I'm most proud of here is that on third down conversions, we held the Buffalo Bills out of 2 times. They only converted 2 times out of 9. So I was just ecstatic to see that the Bills only converted 2 of their 9 total third down conversions. So I was just, man, I loved it. Also, too, for the Atlanta Falcons, man, this was huge because we haven't had 14 sacks in a season through the first 5 games since 2005. So that just shows that a lot of people have never seen the Atlanta Falcons defense this good, including myself. It's been a long, long time. I mean, like, this is just crazy. So I'm so happy about this. I thought we did a great job adjusting to Josh Allen and forcing our defensive line and linebackers to contain Josh Allen so he didn't run all over us and just leave the pocket and make these crazy type of plays. One of the things I noticed that we did with Josh Allen was we brought some extra pressure from the cornerbacks on the edge, and just kind of made sure that he would not leave outside of the pocket. If anything, he had a couple, it was really just the one big run toward the end of the game where he snuck out the pocket and ended up converting on a first down. I think he picked up maybe like 20 or 30 yards on that run. But above all, we didn't let that kill us throughout the game. We didn't let that hurt us throughout the game. It wasn't anything that continuously kept popping up over and over again. So I was just so ecstatic to see that we actually held Josh Allen to, you know, some limited run plays from himself. So that was the first thing here, man. The defense, I thought we were huge. Third downs was just amazing from this Falcons defense. I loved every bit of it. They only converted 2 of 9 times on the third down conversions, the Buffalo Bills. And I was also very impressed that the Falcons defense stopped the Bills on that 1 4th down conversion. We stopped them. They were 4th and 2, and they drove a pretty decent play, but we stopped them early on in the third quarter, and it was huge. It was a big stop. It was something we needed that helped keep the Atlanta Falcons with momentum. So it was amazing all around from the defense. We brought pressure. I thought AJ Terrell coming back was huge for the defense. He had Keon Coleman in prison. That man wasn't really doing anything tonight. So I just got to give a big applause to the Atlanta Falcons defense. And I've tried to tell people over and over and over again that like, this Atlanta Falcons defense is nothing to play with. And I'm still not used to it, that the Falcons actually have a defense. But just when I look at these type of things, 2 interceptions against the MVP and one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now, forced 2 interceptions, sacked them 4 times, held them to 14 points. And that offense only converted 2 of 9 times on third down. Like, this is impressive to me. This was very impressive. So I don't know how many times I got to warn you about this Atlanta Falcons defense, but just to let you know one last time, they are here. So defense, man, amazing. Offense, here's where the tides is just turning. This is where the wheels were spinning. This is what helped us just gain so much momentum from the jump. I knew right away it would be some sort of shootout with Josh Allen, just because of how talented he is and what he can bring to any team whenever he's playing there. So I thought it was amazing. But of course, as you know, it was the Bijan Robinson show today. Today was what can't Bijan Robinson do? And he proved to everybody that Bijan Robinson can do it all. So I was just so happy to see Bijan be involved in the offense in every aspect. But most importantly, I thought the play call was beautiful for Bijan Robinson, and he obviously thrived within the play calling and also the run designs. Like, it was spectacular, man. Spectacular. Absolutely spectacular from the run designs and things. Early on in the season, a lot of people, including myself, really got on Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator, because we didn't like the pistol formation, the play calling in a pistol. It was very redundant. It was, very stagnant, kind of the same exact thing each run play. But this time against the Bills, this was remarkable. I mean, the offense, it had so much fluidity in it. Like, it was remarkable in this offense. It was creative. It was diverse. Like, we seen us run. We seen a lot of motion plays. It was capitalized very elegantly. Like, I was impressed by this Atlanta Falcons offense, and I truly do believe the Falcons offense showed a glimpse of the potential that they have. With the Falcons offense right now, with missing Ray McCloud and missing our other wide receivers that we have here, I felt like we showed a true glimpse of what is to come with this offense. So when Darnell Mooney comes back and Ray McCloud comes back, I expect nothing less from this Atlanta Falcons offense but to thrive. I'm expecting these type of offensive explosions when we finally get Ray McCloud back and Darnell Mooney back. I need to see this same type of performance, whether it's with Drake London still getting his touches, Bijan Robinson getting his touches, or the wealth being spreaded all over. Because in this game here, that was kind of the situation where we were just spreading the wealth all over. Like some of the stats here, and I want to read them off. So Michael Penix Jr., he threw for a touchdown pass, which was remarkable. It went to Drake London, who caught the touchdown pass. Drake London at halftime had 147 passing yards. 147 passing yards at halftime. And he possibly almost had 2 touchdowns, but he stepped out of bounds on 1. So Drake London, monster day. Bijan Robinson rushed for 170 yards, had 19 carries, 1 touchdown. He had that big, huge 80-yard run, which was just tremendous to watch. And then also we got Tyler Algier involved in the offense early on as well. He had a touchdown run for about 25 yards, put his shoulder down on the Bills defender, dropped him. But ultimately, we really spread the wealth out in this offense, and it looked amazing. We seen Kyle Pitts even get involved a little bit. He had a couple of receptions. So these things is what I'm expecting from the Atlanta Falcons moving forward, especially since they took such a big jump from anything that we've seen early on in the season. This is what I expect from this offense, but I hadn't seen it yet. So it was mind blowing to see it finally come together and to see the fluidity of the offense really there, the diversity of the offense. I mean, everything just looked so routine, and it was immaculate on the offensive end. So I'm very proud to see this Atlanta Falcons offense finally reach a bit of their peak. But the crazy part is I think we can get even more dangerous because we have guys who are injured, and also not even to mention we had a lineman that went down in this game, Jake Matthews. He was hurt for a minute. Actually, he went down at halftime pretty much. So when Jake Matthews does return, I think this could be even more, this could be even more firepower we're adding to the offense. Because, the guy who filled in for him, I think it was Mike Jarrell. Mike Jarrell did pretty good. So he stepped in for Darnell Mooney, or not Darnell Mooney, I'm sorry. Mike Jarrell stepped in for Jake Matthews after Jake Matthews went down. I believe it was an ankle injury, so hopefully it's not too long. But I was honestly impressed. He didn't really do anything where he was just out there getting embarrassed or getting manhandled or nothing like that. He pretty much held his own. So you got to give the offensive line credit, and specifically, I want to give a lot of credit to Mike Jarrell because without him stepping up at right or left tackle, we wouldn't have seen this Atlanta Falcons offense explode like they did toward the end of the game, or at least just move the ball like they did toward the end of the game. Without Mike Jarrell stepping in and being able to sustain blocks and be able to help on these run blocks and the screen passes that we designed up, it wouldn't have worked at all, and we ultimately wouldn't have been able to close out this game and keep Josh Allen off the field. But that was the one thing I noticed we did a great job at is being able to move the ball downfield and keep Josh Allen on the sideline. So play calling, I loved it. It was amazing from the formations here. I noticed, we still did a lot of work in the pistol, and I'm someone I was hating on the pistol. I was upset that Zach Robinson wouldn't leave the pistol, but he showed us all that a lot of things can really work when in the pistol. So now I have no beef with Zach Robinson being in a pistol. I have absolutely no beef with Zach Robinson being in a pistol after this type of offensive performance. You show me that we can do a lot of different things and we can be diverse in this offense when we are predominantly running from the pistol, but I loved how he mixed it up. We had guys running in motion and then switching formations at the last minute. Okay, we're going to keep the tight end here in the spread. Keep the tight end next to me to block. That way we can get some extra time for Bijan Robinson. I thought that was beautiful. We put our Bijan Robinson in a slot receiver. We're moving him all around, put him back in the backfield in a pistol formation, run out of that formation, have guys in motion, faking it, play action. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely what I seen from this Atlanta Falcons offense. And I'm just, man, I'm astonished. I have nothing bad to say about it at all. So the second half was a little bit rough. I'll say that, but I'm not at all complaining. I'm not showing tough love. None of that. Second half was a little rough. We didn't score any touchdowns. We had 2 field goal attempts. One of them was blocked, but ultimately, you know, the field goal that we made sealed the game and kind of made it a 2-possession game, which was great there. So, you know, you love to see those type of things, but above all, man, this was a remarkable performance from the Falcons offense, from the Falcons defense, from the Falcons as a unit, as a complete team. This is what I expected to see week 1. And although I didn't get this performance week 1, I'm glad I was able to at least get it when we were in prime time playing against the Buffalo Bills and everybody was expecting us to lose. I'm glad this is the time where the Falcons said, let's show our true potential. Let's show how great we are and how many talented individuals we have, even though most of them was hurt on the sideline. Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney, Jake Matthews, the lineman ended up getting hurt. So we had a lot of talent on the sideline as well, but we still showed that potential. And that was the thing that was most important to me. That was what I was nervous about because we've been so inconsistent at times. But today we proved that, hey man, we might be a force to be reckoned with. And they really boosted my standards, and this was reassuring that we're not completely trash. So it was reassuring for me, and I just needed this type of dub. So I'm loving it. Next week we go on to play the 49ers in prime time, which is about to be crazy. We play the 49ers in prime time. And I'm looking forward to that game. I'm not going to break it down too much right now because obviously we got the episode later on in the week and all of that. But oh my gosh, man, I'm excited for this matchup against the 49ers. Obviously, you know, they just lost to Baker Mayfield in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So now they're 4-2, but they've been rolling and they got a lot of momentum over there. I think they got an easy schedule, which is why they're winning games. But hey, you can't discredit any wins in the NFL. I also try to remember that myself, but sometimes I struggle. Either way, wow, incredible win for the Atlanta Falcons. They won 24-14, and I was just thoroughly impressed with this team. I was just very impressed. All right, look, so let's move on. I got some more stuff too because, man, Falcons, they ended up whooping tail on the Buffalo Bills. I was just so happy to see that, and I'm going to bed super happy, even though I got to get up super early. But we got some more stuff because we're going to cover the rest of the league. And then also, too, I want to break in the voicemails that we have, too. So before we jump into the news, I am going to jump into the voicemails that we have. So a couple of people, they ended up leaving some voicemails on what to expect and, you know, their thoughts on this Buffalo Bills game. So now we can review it and be happy with the outcome that we received. So I'm loving that. And then we got the message in the group chat as well, or in the chat on the live. What year is Matt Ryan playing, or what? You know, what is this? What are you talking about on here? Let me see. What year is it Matt Ryan playing, or what? Man, Matt Ryan ain't been around in a long time. And that's the last time I seen this offense thrive the way they did, is when Matt Ryan was there. It's been that long. So for anybody wondering like why I'm overreacting and why I'm tripping out about the Falcons offense being so good, just know, like, I ain't seen this Falcons offense look this good since Matt Ryan been there. It's been so long, bro. It's almost been 10 years since I've seen this Atlanta Falcons offense look somewhat decent, let alone an offensive explosion like they had with our key guys on the field. Like, come on, man. So if you wondering why I'm tweaking out and while others might be tweaking out, that's why, because I ain't seen this team look good in forever. So how can you blame me for tripping out and being happy and overdoing it with a do-rag that say Atlanta Falcons, wearing a jersey, wearing the hats, wearing the socks? Like, how can you blame me? This team been trash for so long, and finally we show a glimpse of what the future could be and what the rest of the season could be, honestly. So I'm just saying, man, like, that's a great point. Matt Ryan, I ain't seen this team good since Matt Ryan. I lived through Desmond Ridder as my quarterback. I lived through Desmond Ridder as my franchise quarterback with a great receiving option as Drake London and also Kyle Pitts there, and they didn't get to flourish. Come on, man. All right, look, we going to the next stuff. We going to the voicemail. We going to the voicemail line. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's halftime. We're going to also cover some news and stuff too after the voicemail line. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's halftime.